Welcome back to another What Sold Weekend Edition video. These are my eBay sales from Friday, August 22nd until Monday, August 25th when I am filming this. So, yeah, it was a good weekend with sales, and it was a busy weekend for me. I moved my youngest daughter back to college for the year. Summer went super fast. Like it seems like she just came home and now she's gone again. So this year she is in an apartment versus the dorms. So spent a lot of time shopping this week for things that she needed. And of course, when we get there, she still needed more stuff. Between her and her roommates, though, they have a pretty good kitchen setup now. You know, they each kind of like brought different things. Ooh, I just thought about a can opener. She may need a can opener. And I do have an extra one at the house, and I didn't send that with her. I'm gonna have to send her a text about that. Maybe I can just ship it to her so she gets it if she needs it. But anyway, so it was a busy weekend. I didn't yard sale this weekend. I did not yard sale except for about 1 hour. I ended up getting to like the college town area about an hour before she did. So I decided to go yard sailing for an hour, and I really had no expectations because I didn't start yard sailing till like 11 o'clock in the morning. And you guys know how that is. Early bird gets the worm, you know? So I wasn't filming because, you know, it was just like, okay, I have a limited amount of time. I don't know how this is going to be. I'm sure people have already been through here, you know, all that good stuff. So I did yard sale for about an hour. I did meet a viewer. I even asked her name twice, and I still can't remember. I am so bad with names until I meet someone like several times. I meet so many people. But it was funny. I did meet another viewer. It doesn't matter where I am. I seem to run into you guys, which is so cool. But anyway, I'm so sorry I don't remember your name. But she said, oh, you know, like, I can't wait to watch this video. And I said, well, I'm not filming today. And she was like, well, at least do a haul. And I really don't have enough stuff, I don't think, to do a haul. I did get some decent things. I did get a box of like salon supplies, like different shampoos and serums and stuff like that. So that stuff's kind of cool. I did get a really nice pair of shoes out of a free pile. A couple Christmas items. I got a couple odds and ends, but nothing for really like a full-blown haul video. But yeah, and then my daughter rolled into town, and we got to business, you know, unloading and setting up her room and her, you know, apartment and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a busy weekend. It was a busy weekend. And one of her friends came along. She rode down with my daughter and then rode home with me. And on the way home, this is insane. I know this is insane. But my oldest daughter, who does, you know, live at home with me, she, as you guys know, or if you've been watching me for a while, you know, I have Max and Bernie. Max and Bernie are older. Bernie's 11 and a half. He has been recently diagnosed with leukemia. Max has, he's 13. He'll be 14 soon. Max has protein losing enteropathy, which is a disease he's had since he's been young, but it's resurfaced, in a major way recently. So they are both, they're both pretty stable at the moment. And thankfully enough, I mean, like I said, if you guys have been watching me, you know the whole deal. You know the whole deal with my dogs. So my daughter also has Crumb. Crumb is only 3. And I mean, obviously, he's like mine too, because like we're all in the same household, okay? So we are a 3-dog household. Well, now now we are a 4-dog household. My daughter wanted to get a friend for Crumb since my 2 are older and, you know, they won't be around forever. She doesn't want Crumb to be lonely. She doesn't want, like, she wants to have, and my 2 don't always want to play with him like he wants to play. He has a ton of energy. So my daughter decided to get another pug for Crumb. So I picked him up on the way home after after move-in day. So I drove, on top of everything I did on Saturday, I drove for about 7 hours on Saturday in total. But we picked up Sunny. His name is Sunny. My mom kind of gave Jordan the idea. Jordan's my oldest daughter. My mom later forgot that she gave her the idea. But, so yeah, I really liked Milo. I thought he was a Milo, but, my daughter ultimately went with Sunny, short for Sunshine. He is a really happy guy. He is so freaking cute. The only issue is, he has worms. He has worms. I don't think, well, he may not have them now, but, so the other dogs haven't even been able to formally meet him or interact with him yet. We have kept him quarantined, all these days. And my daughter is working from home for a few weeks now. So she's, you know, able to really keep an eye on everything. But, yeah, so we realized when we made a pit stop on the way home for him to go to the bathroom, and my daughter's friend, Alyssa, was walking him around, and I was getting gas, and she was like, uh-oh, she was like, come over here, you need to see this. And thankfully she noticed. So, you know, we stopped and got dewormer. He was supposed to be dewormed. He is 11 weeks old. But yeah, sometimes they do come back. You never know really. But so anyway, we did start him. We got him on the dewormer Saturday night, but we've still kept him away from the other guys because we do not need that happening. But he does have a vet visit today at 12:30. So, you know, we can find out when we can like get them all introduced to each other instead of like, you know, seeing him from a distance. So excited for that. Excited to see how they all get along. But yeah, we have 4 dogs in the house now. What? That is pure insanity. It's going to be pure insanity, I'll tell you. And Max has really been feeling good. I think the medicine's doing really well for him. He does have to retest at the end of this month. But oh my God, I've been chatting for almost 10 minutes. You guys are probably like, what? But yeah, Max has been in so much trouble. Like, he's living his best life. I mean, since the chicken bone incident, he's really trying to get into everything. So I have to really keep an eye on this guy. Anyway, we need to get into the what's sold. I still have to ship all of this stuff. Today I'm filming before shipping. So let's jump into it. Chatting way too much, guys. As usual. I know some of you like it, some of you hate it, but either way, you guys know how I am. Anyway, first sale is a Lily Pulitzer hinged bracelet. Recent pickup, like May maybe. That's recent, right? This sold for $19.99 plus shipping. Don't remember where I got it. I sold another Magpie Mod Cat Money Box. This sold for $25. Oh, I think that's the last one. I had like 25 of these, I think. I don't know. I had a lot of them. That's holy moly. That's the last one. Sold for $25 plus shipping. That item was canceled, so we'll skip over that. Then, Lori, who is a viewer, again, there's a couple different Loris here. This is a different Lori. This is the Lori. I think she had some stuff in last weekend's What Sold video. But she purchased this pair of women's Skechers Go Walk Dazzle Mesh sneakers. These sold for $39.99 plus shipping. New inbox. Oh, let me get back here. This was all grouped together, so it's hard for me to see the prices. It's kind of easier. I'll just tell you, you can see them on the screen, but from my point of view, when things are grouped together like this, I only see the grand total. So, or the subtotal, I should say, before the shipping or whatever. So that's how we'll do it. So she purchased the Skechers. She purchased this Elsa Williams counted cross stitch kit and a topiary cross stitch embroidery kit. So that totaled $72.97. And then she also purchased this pair of Vionic JoJo shoes. These sold for $25, and of course I will combine shipping for her. Next, also a viewer, Nancy purchased this set of Anthropologie apothecary candles. These sold on best offer of $35 plus shipping. These came from a rummage sale back in the spring. Excuse me if you guys remember that. Then I sold this Nora Fleming Pearl Dot Square Tray. This sold for $65 plus shipping. This was from a fairly recent yard sale back at the end of July, I believe. Then I sold this Mikasa Flame Champagne Flutes, set of 2. These sold for $49.99 plus shipping. And I think I have 2 more of these. I think this was supposed to be a multi-quantity listing, but for some reason I didn't put the multi-quantity, so I'll have to just do a relisting and get the other set live. Then to the other Lori, I'm gonna have to say like Lori 1, Lori 2. A lot of Loris around here. The other Lori, the OG Lori, she purchased 2 Richard Janori plates, and they totaled $38 plus shipping. Thank you, Lori. Then I sold this wooden Chalet musical jewelry box. This sold for $44.99 plus shipping. That was a fairly recent pickup too, but I can't remember where I got that. Next is a Temptations 3-quart Rooster Baker. That's a big one. That is a big one. And I actually listed that right before I moved into this warehouse. So I got to figure out where I put this thing. So yeah, I have to do that after this video. Next, I sold this Longaberger Pottery cornflower blue teapot. This sold for $35 plus shipping. This came out of one of the apartments above me. I spoke about that last week, I believe. Next, another Nora Fleming piece sold. These are selling like hotcakes this weekend. This is the Melamine Pearl Dot guest towel holder. This sold for $30 plus shipping. Next is a pair of Lucky Brand women's Emmy flats. These sold for $33 plus shipping. And then to Sandy, who is also a viewer, she purchased this Barse gold tone tooled leather cuff bracelet. This sold for $20 plus shipping. Next is a Department 56 Christmas in the City All Together Girls jumping rope. This sold for $19.99 plus shipping. Next is a Noritake Christmas Ball gravy boat with attached underplate. This sold for $20 plus shipping. Then I sold a two-piece vintage Riviera Cordova stainless sugar spoon and butter knife for $9.99 plus shipping. Next is a Yankee Candle Frosty Gingerbread Candle. This sold for $19.99 plus shipping. And then I sold 4 Anthropologie Subway Tile B plates. All 4 of them sold on a best offer of $100 plus shipping. Then I sold a Garfield Show Summertime Adventures DVD. This sold for $23.30 on best offer plus shipping. Another bracelet sold. This is a Starfish rhinestone cuff bracelet. So pretty. I love this bracelet. This sold for $15.50 plus shipping. And we have two more Nora Fleming pieces. They are both the same. I had two identical message boards in the pinstripe design, and the buyer took both of them on a best offer of $60 for the pair, so $30 a piece. They all came from that yard sale back at the end of July, not the July. Then I sold 4 Noritake Christmas ball salad plates. I sold 6 of them during the week. These sold for $54.99 plus shipping. They actually went to the same buyer as the gravy boat, and I already shipped the gravy boat. I shipped that yesterday. I didn't even realize that, or I would have combined it. Oh boy. Next is a Barbie rock shirt animal print fashionista doll. This came from the swap meet back in May. If you guys remember, I bought a crap ton of these Barbies. A lot of them sold now. I think like at least half of them. And it was sold for $16.99 with free shipping, but it goes at like the 12-ounce rate, and it fits right in or maybe even the 8-ounce rate, and I forget, and it ships in a poly, because this is not like hard packaging, it's like a soft packaging, so it's not going to get damaged. Then I sold also from that yard sale. This is the last piece of the Salmon Falls pottery. I bought 3 pieces from her. This is the last one to go. Salmon Falls is also closing their doors. They are closing up shop. So yeah, I think the stuff might start being like kind of more in demand. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, this is 2012 Summer Garden pattern, which is kind of a rare pattern if you guys find it out in the wild. And it's a covered baker. It sold for $135 plus shipping. Next is a Leah Sophia 3-piece necklace set. I believe this went to a viewer, but I'm not entirely sure. But this came from, I think this came from one of the sales when I was in Connecticut earlier in the month. And this sold for $24.99 with free shipping. Also from the upstairs apartment, I sold a lot of 7 skeins of Opal brand sock cotton, all different colors. This lot of 7 sold for $49.99 plus shipping. I've been doing really well. With the yarn. Then I have 4 Polish pottery dinner plates. These came from an estate sale, spring maybe? End of winter? Something like that. Anyway, these sold for $199.99 plus shipping. Very good sale. Next is a Nick and Zoe black wrap style sweater. This sold for $16.99 plus shipping. Then I have a true vintage embroidered sew-on patch middle finger. This sold for $13.99 with free shipping. That's going to go, it'll cost about $1. It's going to go in a standard envelope. I actually picked these up at the end of the day. Michelle and I were at some sales, I think it was in July, and we came across like a parking lot sale and did a little quick shopping. It was very end of the day. They didn't have a whole lot left, but I bought a bunch of patches, and it was so funny because it started like downpouring like right before we left. So we weren't there long. All right, next is a Polish pottery soup cereal bowl. This sold on best offer of $18 plus shipping. Then I sold a Longaberger 2005 inaugural basket. This sold for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. Then I sold this pair of Vibram 5-finger shoes. I purchased these at the Leesport flea market. When was that? Like June? I put that video out, I think, in like June. I just finally got these listed, and they sold it. I listed them this morning. I was like having my coffee, and I listed these this morning, and they sold like 30 minutes later for $79.99 plus shipping. And lastly, I sold a set of 4 Mikasa Xena place oval soup spoons for $15 plus shipping. So that is going to wrap up this weekend's What's Sold edition. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I am going to, like I said, through the end of the month, I'm going to keep up with just my 3 videos a week, which is the What Sold on Monday. And then I've been doing Thursday and Sunday for the other 2 videos. This week may be Friday and Sunday. Not quite sure yet. But I'm hoping to get back to the 4 videos a week in September. We'll see how it goes because, you know, my mom does have a surgery in September. She's going to be staying at my house for a while. We'll see what happens, but I would like to try to do that because, you know, we're going to be coming back into rummage sale season. I'm going to have a lot of content. I'm going to have a whole lot of content. So, yeah, we'll see if I can get back to that schedule soon. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.